We now go to the Business Report with Joel Croskill.
Lots to share with you in the Business Report today. It's often said that health is wealth, but the opposite is often true as well, especially as it relates to the infrastructure, equipment, and personnel required to maintain a healthy population, which is why news that rehabilitation works at the Kingston Public Hospital, which this year celebrates its 248th year of service, in conjunction with a technical review of the infrastructure for both KPH and Victoria Jubilee Hospital, as well as a comprehensive electrical rehabilitation of the facility at an estimated cost of $300 million, may serve as a marker that Jamaica is building momentum towards the modernization of healthcare on the island. Minister of Health Dr. Christopher Tufton in June described the ongoing economic commitment as unprecedented.
On a financing budgetary standpoint, this government has moved the budget for public health from 60 billion to 145 billion, 241% over the 8-year period. That kind of increase has never happened before. You may ask, okay, where is that budget? Well, 2016 capital expenditure was 4.6 billion. It's now 11.5 billion, 246% increase. That is why if you visit Spanish Town Hospital, you see the foundation being dug out for a 6-story building. That's why we will have a brand new Cornwall Regional, because we have stripped it and are building back a new hospital. Our contribution to Western Child and Adolescent, even though part of that is the Chinese government, the announcements to come around St. Anne's Bay and Maypen, the many health centers, all of this capital expenditure, which is seeking to put health back on track in keeping with the population increase and the sick profile of the population. This kind of assessment and deliberateness has never happened before.
More recently, during a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the public health sector's first oxygen generation facility at St. Anne's Bay Hospital, which has the capacity to supply the entire northeast region, the minister provided a progress report on a number of simultaneous efforts currently being pursued.
We are building out more hospital beds than ever before. And indeed, in this parish, there are many announcements that are going to be made. In the next month or two, we will hear about 2 new health centers, Ocho Rios, I think, and one other. We are now in the final stages of doing designs to expand this facility here. And there are a few other things that are happening in this parish. We're doing it at Spanish Town. Work has started. Western Child and Adolescent will be opened up first time for an adolescent and children hospital in Jamaica and in the Caribbean by sometime next year. They're putting all the internals in. And I could go on and on. So infrastructure is being built out, which will need more beds and a lot of new equipment.
On the subject of new equipment, Minister Tufton revealed that there has been a paradigm shift as it relates to the utility of ownership.
In another month or so, we're going to be announcing the final stage of the procurement process for leasing of diagnostic equipment. Never happened before. In the past, we would buy equipment, we would try to maintain them with much challenges. Now we're going to be awarding arrangements for an entity to provide them, maintain them, and replace them once they depreciate. That should mean less downtime from equipment that can't be fixed because of technology, lack of understanding, lack of capacity. First time.
Whether that extends to following Trinidad's lead in trialling healthcare robots, however, may in part depend on how successful the sector's retention strategies work within a healthcare workforce that has increasingly become the targets of overseas recruiters.
Next week, we will be announcing, as part of our retention strategy, over 500 recipients for our first installment of the Barrowin Scholarship for Jamaicans to pursue a range of studies in the health-related field. And we'll have a ceremony for that sometime next week. Stay tuned.
And that was your Business Report. I'm Joel Croskill.